Dear diarrhea, diarrhea full of shit. Just play longer. Oh shit. So tired, so sleepy. Wish I had someone to be so tired and sleepy with. Hey, Katie Bug. That's my future wife, my future boo thing. You're so pretty. You remind me of that song, and that song reminds me of you. It's a stupid song, but the lyrics really drive the point home. It's like blah 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 blah. Every little thing that you do, baby, I'm amazed by you. Like I said, that's some serious faggot shit, yo. Not to besmirch the gays. So, anyway. Shit. It's not your fault. It's not a choice. Why would anybody make that choice? There used to be a commercial. Think about what you're saying when you say that's so gay. Shut the fuck up. I guess I'll start saying that's so fat. Anyway. What are you so goddamn jolly for? You're fat. Anyway. Um, how do you use public bathrooms? Or go to the movies? Or walk into a restaurant and not hang your head low in shame. The restaurant owner's like, yeah. But the patrons are like, oh no, she's going to eat all the food. There won't be any left for us. But anyway. Yeah, that's right. Stay jolly. Ain't no thing. Yeah, it just rolls off your back like the water on a duck's back. You fat hag, fat ass, fatso, fat whale, moo, moo, moo. Yeah, that's right. It don't bother you. Fat. What would you do if you accidentally fell while walking down a hill? Yeah, it'd be over. Yeah, no more jolly fat hag. Yeah, that's right. I have no idea why I'm being so mean. I just. Oh! It's because that goddamn fortune cookie, that's why. Yeah, but I was mean before. I'm not really mean. I'm not. Only as a coward behind my iPhone. Anyway. But, sweet, Katie Bug. Seems like I had something important to say to you, but I don't remember what it was. Check out the new ASMR phone. I need you in my life to keep me on track if I make it to old age. Did you know my first day of work I managed to show up with my shirt on inside out? I forgot to mention that. I mean, nobody could really notice. I mean, people would notice if I showed up with my pants on inside out, but my shirt, it's pretty much just whatever. I mean, I guess maybe somebody noticed. Well, I just thought of something. Okay, you you, you can notice. I didn't notice until I tried to put something in my pocket temporarily because I don't use that pocket because it's near my heart. So be it something that's going to interact with the air or not. Plus, we don't know. There's unknown things. So I just try to keep everything clear from my heart. But the pocket is on the side, you know. But sometimes I'll temporarily put something there. And I was like, realized my shirt was on inside out. So there's like the shoulders. So yeah, they probably did notice. You know, they go around the sleeve and the shoulder there. So whoopsie, whoopsie. And then today, so that was Monday or whatever, whenever. And today I wore a. It was kind of snowing. um, and I had a. I wanted to buy a like a orange hat or a yellow hat or something. So I bought the only hat that they had at the truck stop was a Pittsburgh Steelers hat. But I didn't want the world to think that I was a sports fan because there's no worse thing that you can be in this world than a sports fan. So I turned it inside out on purpose. This is how many fucks I give. And you can when you turn the hat on inside out, you can clearly see that the stitching, it has like the X. So if they notice my shirt on Monday and notice my hat on Friday, they might be thinking, does this guy just like not know how to dress himself? He keeps showing up with his clothes on inside out. It's funny. I just realized because I didn't know it until I got home when I took my shirt off. Hey, wait a dang minute. My shirt's on inside out. But the hat, not being self aware, I purposely wore it inside out. And now, I'm realizing I'm kind of a jackass. So, I could really use a sweet little boo thing in my life to say, babe, your shirt's on inside out. Thanks. Where would I be without you? On your way to work with your clothes on inside out. That's where you'd be. The same thing with the hat. Honey. Or whatever, your term, whatever you'll call me, But, and just like look at me like, what's wrong? Look at yourself in the mirror. What? Your hat's on inside out. I know. It's because it's got a sports logo on it, and I'm not a sports fan. I don't want people to think I'm stupid. All right. Shit. But no, I'm good. One or the other. I'd rather go with the but Pittsburgh Steelers too. That's kind of weird. Is that like a thing? Do they keep track of that? They know what sports fans live in Marijuanaville, aka Colorado. Usually, it's either the Broncos or the Dallas Cowboys. But I guess I never really paid attention. But anyway, we kind of cut out early today because it was getting muddy and shit. And I did a bunch of shoveling today. My back is 100% healed. So I really am a machine. You know what? I mean, I probably look kind of stupid, but I mean, I get in my cadence, I get in my rhythm, and I just don't stop. You know? So. But it's kind of weird, I've been sitting around, just hating on life, plotting my revenge on the world, masturbating and sleeping and watching TV and stuff. And then all of a sudden now I'm working and my body's like, yeah, fuck yeah. Where we back, baby, we back, so yeah. But that's cool. But Katie Bug, the ASMR folder. I just stumbled across that, the one about the, but I knew that already, so. Um, and the dog, or the Pity, as they're called, with the little baby. That made me think of you because you're a dog and whatnot. So, you want kids? You want kids? Or you want a single child? Single children tend to grow up to be bastards and brats. It can be done. They can be raised not to be petulant, insufferable little human beings. But anyway. My neighbors have a gray pit bull that comes over every now and then. Its name is Sweetie. I always take a knee and I say, "Here, doggy." I guess maybe I should say, "Here, Sweetie." But it always kind of walks away. So it's very skittish. But if I had some food in my hand, oh, dog treat, whatever. And that's a cute little baby. That's definitely a newborn. I suspect that broad is a single mommy. There ain't no man in the picture. I could be wrong. I'll click on it and see if there's any other stuff. Because of the knows. So I can go ahead and say this group, I only have one more meeting. Like all the fucking broads are pregnant with happy little accidents. There's some other ones that are, like she's got kids. Yeah, she's fucking whatever. They're just all such fucking losers. The one broad had her first kid when she was like 14 fucking years old. She had another one at like whatever the hell. She's like in her upper 30s or something. So she's either 30 or 38 or something, which means the kid's gonna be a fucking retard, a retard. So, like I said, Katie Bug, we better kick this off. So, well, I still bleed every month. I'm fertile. But full of mold or not? I said that wrong. Yeah, but you said it's full of mold. The bacteria. Okay. Anyway. All right. So does it have kind of a hint of, like cheese? Oh, okay. Well, anyway. We'll make do. I just open the window every time we do it. And get a big old box fan, 2 of them in fact, and put them in there only facing outwards. So, light a bunch of incense. Man, those things are potent. Holy shit. I've got some incense that I actually ordered from India. Woo! I got them locked away in my closet, the one that I never use. You get that on your clothes, especially here in Marijuanaville or anywhere, people will think you smoke weed. Oh, well, here you don't have to cover it up. Man, Whenever I go out in public, man, I smell it all over the place. There's so many fucking potheads in this state. Dumb bitch motherfuckers. But anyway, this one girl, she's got this sweet little voice. She's like, me and my boyfriend live with his parents. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm so judgmental. Well, that's a thing. That's a known thing. Stupid people. Well, it's like the movie Idiocracy. I would never have a kid in this economy. Dang it, honey, I'm pregnant again. you know, just low lives. It is what it is. I know it's judgmental. Judge not, lest you for the same damn motherfucking measure you. You wouldn't be human if you didn't judge the fuck out of your neighbor. you know, humans suck. Generally speaking. Well, that's not true. I take that back. Well, I don't know. There's always a war going on somewhere. But, pretty nasty one going on now. The death toll is just outrageous, apparently. So, I didn't know that. If those numbers are true, it's like, wow. That many people a day? On both sides. Woo. But, and they're doing it like old school, too, you know what I mean? They're tromping around, Holy fucking shit. Columns of tanks and shit. Shit. Anyway, I guess I gotta say bye bye. Yeah. It'll be nice, man. I think the first 6-pack of beer I'm gonna buy, and my fridge keeps stuff really cold too. I don't know what it's set at, but because I was gonna, did you got the stuff in the, and I was gonna get me a little mini fridge in the meantime, with and keep it at like 34 degrees. But I'm not gonna just go, yeah. So I'm gonna get me a Foster's, in a bottle. Yeah. Then that, like I said, a 6-pack will last me like 10 days. And then after that, I think I know I like Sam Adams. Um, I might go with Budweiser in a can. Did they switch back to the old can? I like the old can with all the writing and stuff on it, and then some faggot decided to change it to just like, you know, it basically kind of looked like a Pepsi can only with Budweiser. It was like red. I was like, what the fuck? Bring back the old can with all the writing and shit on it. It was, you know what I mean? You know the shits? Yeah, so that's what I think I'll do. God damn it. Because if I could only choose one beer, and not to sound like a raging alcoholic or anything, because I'm not, but if I could only choose one beer, it would actually probably be Budweiser. Never mind the boycott thing. Sam Adams is like, yeah. I don't know. Decisions. I mean, tomorrow's not guaranteed. An asteroid could hit the Earth. I could get in an accident. Something could happen. Where you know, I mean, I stay out of trouble and stuff. I'm just kind of don't have time for that. In my life. Like just stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want to start a fight unnecessarily or whatever. Like people who park crooked and take up 2 spots, walk past and be like, E for effort, or even something minor like that, you know, it could escalate, or you know, it could be more aggressive, like motherfuck everybody else. There you go. But you know, I don't do that. So, but you just never know what the future's gonna hold. Be thankful for every day, a successful one in the bag, and be thankful for the opportunity to make it a good day. You know, and mean it. So, whatever. This is 21 minutes. So. Fucking fuck it. Just so lonely and shit, you know, just talking. Just talking. Latte da. The life's too fucking hot. Put your butt on me. Yep, we're gonna have us a lot of sexual encounters. Katie Boog. And very rapidly, we're gonna have one that's gonna. Anyway, I don't know what you want. You know, I'm just so whatever. Just tell me what to do. Anyway, thinking of you, Katie Boo. It's just so excruciatingly party.